How would chess look like if we added a third dimension? Many have tried to answer this question. In fact, I found around 278 chess variants that use 3 dimensions, but let's start from the beginning. Back in 1851, a German guy created Kubikschach, or cube chess. The game used an 8x8x8 board, with the third dimension labeled with Greek letters. It was almost unplayable, so another German dude came along and created Raumschach, or space chess. He wanted a game that reflected modern warfare, where enemies could attack from the air and the sea. The board is 5x5x5 and there is a new piece called the Unicorn. After space chess, many 3D chess variants were born, such as pyramidal chess, rhombic chess, dragon chess, Star Trek chess, and parallel worlds chess. A guy even took it a step further and created 5D chess with multiverse time travel, but the most straightforward variant is Millennium 3D chess. The inventor's objective was to extend the traditional chess game into a multi-level environment without distorting the basic game. Let's try to recreate it in Unity. First of all, we must create a fresh project. After that, let's import some 3D models from the asset store. Once they are in, we'll optimize their geometry by reducing the polygon count using Blender. Now, the real magic begins, the coding phase. We have 3 key scripts at play: the input controller, the board, and the piece graphics. The logic of the game is almost exclusively stored in the board script. The input controller allows us to interact with the pieces, while the piece graphics manages the 3D models. And here we have them, all the features of chess. The movement of the pawn, of the bishop, of the rook, of the knight, of the queen, and of the king. The ability to capture pieces, the double pawn movement at the start, castling, en passant, checks, checkmate, stalemate, draw by insufficient material, draw by threefold repetition, and draw by the 50 move rule. Now it's time to add the third dimension. After some coding, the game is ready. Let's understand how the pieces work on the vertical plane. The king can move one square up or down, either directly or combined with its regular movement. The bishop can move up or down 1 or 2 boards, as long as it also moves the same number of squares in a diagonal direction. The rook can move vertically up and down while not moving in the other 2 dimensions. Additionally, a rook can move an equal number of squares vertically as it does in one of the lateral dimensions. The queen moves as the bishop and rook combined. The knight can move up or down 1 board and 2 squares orthogonally, or up or down 2 boards and 1 square orthogonally. As in standard chess, the knight is the only piece able to move past intervening pieces. The pawn can move up or down while staying in the same position laterally. When it moves forward, it can also move vertically by the same amount of squares. The pawn's first move can still be double the squares of its normal movement. The pawn can also capture diagonally forwards onto a board immediately above or below it. Promotion occurs at the opponent's back rank and starting board. And yes, there is en passant. Now, let's check out a real match of Millennium 3D chess. George Davis was playing with the white pieces, while William D'Agostino, the creator of the variant, was playing with the black pieces. Both players start by taking control of the center board with their minor pieces. Then Black's queen and white knight infiltrate in the enemy lines. Black starts to give a couple of annoying checks while he brings the rooks into the game. White gets cornered and Black delivers a beautiful checkmate. The game is surprisingly fun, but it takes a while to get used to the new movements. It seems that it's very important to take control of the center board, because it allows vertical attacks. Since the number of squares are triple the standard ones, there is a lot of open space and it's hard to imagine a closed position. Let's add some polish to the game before the release. I implemented a main menu, an end screen, some instructions, a custom cursor and sounds. Check out the game for yourself, it's available for free on itch.io.